So have you guys been watching Real Housewives of Potomac? Actually, it's one episode, so have you watched the first?
Yes. The first episode was good, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, it was juicy. It was a good episode.
Some good newcomers.
Yes. Yeah. I think that this season definitely has potential. I think it's going to be better than last season.
100%. And I think it's because Robin is gone. And unfortunately, all of our sort of like campaigning against Giselle has not worked. She's still there.
She's never going to go.
However, I just feel like she now has to adapt to the surroundings like without Robin. So she's kind of, I think it's given her a reality check that you can no longer be this big mean girl.
Fully, yeah.
However, I will say, I feel like we rode hard for Wendy versus the Green Eyed Bandits. Candice was that. I don't want to say too much because obviously we've not seen it, but it's given that this season Wendy kind of is a bit like, oh, I'll be off. Like
all on Giselle's clip,
But Wendy has that in her though.
I was going to say, it doesn't surprise me because I always got the vibe, not even just Wendy, Candice as well. I got the vibe that Candice is a little bit more strong in her convictions, but I feel like both of them do really want to be liked by them on top 100%. Of not, liking them, which to an extent I get because that's the vibe that this whole mean girl clique brings out in you being the one that's on the outside. Like you do kind of feel that, like, for lack of a better term, desperation to be liked by them. So I get it, but at the same time, it's like these women, like even like the way Candice was carrying on with Robin last season really pissed me off because I was like, I don't even understand. Like, you're big. Like this woman does not respect you
at all.
Like she's not your friend like that. So I don't even understand why you're insisting so hard in like, this has happened, but I want to be friends with you still. Why?
Like, that's what I'm getting from Wendy this season.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say,
And I hate to say it, because I really like Wendy, but it's giving beg.
Same,
and it's like, I feel like maybe because we're from London, I don't know, maybe we've got a different mentality. It's like, we don't need to beg friends like that.
Like, we can not be friends. We can be cool, we can be civil at best and be in the same space and say hi, and that's about it. We keep it moving because... Like, Giselle stood by and let Mia hit you with her purse and throw a drink in your face and say you deserved it.
Exactly, and basically said that you, like, asked for it in a way.
Exactly, when you did nothing but sit there.
Very, very mad. Like, I think so much, and I don't mean to take it down the dark route, honey, but I just think so much of Potomac is rooted in colorism. Like,
it is.
And I do think that, like, it is giving that desire to be friends with a pretty light-skinned girl. Do you know what I mean?
Yes,
but
I
think it's twofold because we all know that Andy has his favourites with every franchise.
That's why Giselle's still there.
Giselle is 100% like, whoever Andy's friends with gets the most airtime, gets the better edit, do you know what I mean? Gets to sit next to him in the reunions. And it's giving that. So I do think it's like it's a twofold situation. It is giving like, I want to be friends with a mean girl because it does make life easier. Let's be real. Yeah. Especially when it comes to filming, they want to make a good show. But also it's like, you want to be on the in with Andy and production. So I don't know. But it felt like Giselle seemed warmer to me. I don't know if it probably is out of desperation.
Yeah, and also Robin not being
there.
Exactly.
She doesn't have an ally anymore. She doesn't have, so who knows? But it felt like a better energy. And it was nice that they were all able to film together because with New Jersey, they can't.
Oh, really?
And it's really annoying. Yeah, and they're going to need to do something about that because they can't. They all hate each other. They don't. They
kind of like Potomac last season.
Exactly. So they just do like one final scene where everyone's together at a dinner or whatever, but generally no one films together.
And it doesn't make it a fun watch because it's like, that's not the point in the show. The whole point of the show is that whatever happens between the group, you still all,
like show up, film.
Exactly.
Show up, film. It's just
like, do you know how much, this is why Potomac was annoying me for a little bit because do you know how much it went down with Atlanta and they all still filmed together?
Oh
like,
my God, always.
Portia pretty much accused Candy of trying to assault her and they still filmed together.
And they still gave moments.
And also, do you remember when Portia like battered Kenya at the reunion?
Yes.
They still showed up the next season, had to film. It's
exactly.
Kind of like, I hate to say it, the show goes on, right?
Exactly. The show must go on. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that they're kind of realising that this season.
I might have an unpopular opinion, yeah?
Oh, go for it.
I'm here for Jacqueline. Like Jacqueline.
I'm not with you on that one.
No, even though she's weird, like she was sharing toothbrushes with Mia.
She's just like Mia, really.
She is. They're one and the same.
Besties in it,
But her facial expressions and the fact that she's willing to ask Karen the uncomfortable questions, like I'm here for her being.
I am here for that, but. See the whole Karen thing because, and I love me some Karen.
Yeah,
but her not taking accountability is just not gonna
She's
fly.
delusional.
Like,
in a beautiful way.
girl, you could have killed somebody.
No,
like, you have to take accountability. Like, this is just not. And what annoys me, and I get it, because Karen, accountability is not her strong suit anyway. So it's not like I was too surprised.
But this is her second time, guys.
Exactly.
Second
Like,
one.
it's bad.
It's not funny, but
Like, and I don't know about you guys, but like, whenever she brings up her parents, I do get it, because of course, like, when you lose your parents, no matter what age you are, it's hard, isn't it? But your parents, you're 60 yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Your parents lived a long, healthy life. Like, come on, girl, you can't use that as an excuse.
Yeah, but I feel like with Karen, she's like, oh, this happened to me. Oh, it's because my parents died. It's like, no. You got in that car, you drank, knowing that you had like way too much alcohol, and you know what was sending me? It was like the reenactment with the deers.
Yeah, they're so no, but Potomac editing.
When they do that reenactment,
It's always like that though. Potomac editing is the shady. I don't know who is in that edit suite with Potomac, but it doesn't happen with any other franchise. But they're so damn shady.
I love it.
But just to quickly go back to what you guys were saying about her weaponizing her parents, like that's exactly what she's doing. It's almost like a silencing tactic.
Yeah.
Because if you always lean on, I did it because of this, then no one can really
say
confront you about it.
Trauma.
Exactly, but it's like you were lucky to see to like have your parents for that long. Like that is
like not many people at 60 years old can say that their parents just recently died. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. So she knows exactly what she's doing with that. But Karen, like, I love her because she is. I do like delusional housewives. Yes, I think it makes great TV.
Yeah.
But she is delusional. Like
she is.
Like she. Yeah. Anyway, I'll just leave it.
And it's like you're not even getting the idea that this is just not going to work, because people really love you. If you just took accountability and
100%.
just kept it moving, people would be happy with that. Do you know what I mean? Because people genuinely love Karen. But the fact that you're trying to be like, oh, you know, my parents' death, and I can't talk about it.
Exactly. We're not downplaying it.
That
was 5 years
your
ago.
parents.
No, of course,
That's not my thing, yeah. But with Karen, it's kind of like, mate, like your mum died however many years ago.
Yeah, it wasn't even recent.
You drank too much. You got in a car. You can afford a chauffeur.
That's what I don't get. I don't get driving drunk generally in this day and age.
Or get an Uber.
Yes.
Or get an Uber. But you know what? Like, it was funny to me. It's when Giselle picked her up and was like, okay, so I won't take you by. Is that too triggering? Is that too triggering?
Giselle was so damn shady. Giselle was so damn shady for that.
So shady for that. What she?
I swear she even said something like, I'm going to offer to pick you up. Before they even got in the car, she was like, I think I should go get her.
Yeah.
I was like, you can just not drive her past.
Exactly. You're so damn extra. I was busting up when she said that.
Also, did Giselle say dear, or was that Ashley? I remember someone.
Was it Ashley? I thought it was Giselle.
And I was like, okay.
But they keep interspersing the deer.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
they're so ridiculous.
She did. I was saying, okay, so I meant to read the article before I came here and I forgot. So are the deer actually involved? That's why they keep doing that.
They keep alluding to.
I think they
must have been. Yeah, it must
be.
They
kept on doing flashes of deer, so it must be.
And I didn't know you could have that many charges for drink driving.
Yeah, no, I've actually remembered the original article now. I think she was swerving to avoid hitting a deer. That was it. Yeah, so that's why.
She says.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I love me some Karen, but damn, like sis, like you can't be on your high horse in this situation. It's actually okay to be humble,
and
to be like, you know what, guys. And I think that the scene can move on so much
quicker.
Like
exactly.
If you say that,
point,
because otherwise, when you don't, then it gives people a reason to just like elongate
to dig their heels in and
prolong it.
Yeah. But what I would say though, as much as I think that, is I don't know how I feel about the girls trying to paint her as an alcoholic. Even though I agree she's not handling it well, and it's definitely suspect that she's had 2, is it DUIs or DWIs? DUIs, yeah. But I feel like at the moment, all we can see is that we have proof of her making poor decisions.
I can't keep a straight face.
I don't know because I'm looking at Femin, to be honest.
She's a 60-year-old lady with a DUI, like recently.
Not on my watch.
I just think of that American teenagers.
Do you guys think that having 2 DUIs, especially like you said at this age,
you should know better? Whatever it's called.
What do we call it here? Yeah, drink driving.
Drink driving. Yeah. Is that indicative of maybe you have a problem?
I think the problem is a stretch because they were quite far apart.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's just unfortunate that is her thing. Like I think people have their things. And I think that she didn't learn from the last time. But I don't know that Karen has a problem. Nothing else indicates that she does.
Exactly, yeah. I think, honestly, she just has poor judgment in those moments where she's drunk and she has her car and she's like, I'm just going to drive. Because clearly that means that you drive drunk a lot. And that's what I don't like. That's what I don't like, is that you clearly do this a lot to the point where you felt like it was fine to do because you do it all the time. 100%. And you really shouldn't do that. Because I said the same thing even when Justin Timberlake randomly, recently, got caught. Yeah. It's like, you are rich. Yeah. Get an Uber. Like, get a car. Why do you need to drive? It's just so unnecessary.
If I have that kind of money.
Exactly. It just absolutely makes no sense when you have all that access and all that money that you
I'll be in the back seat drinking.
I would never drive anywhere. No. I don't even like driving at all.
Just like driving with 7. That's what it would be.
Driving with 7. So yeah, no, Karen, we got to do better than that, girl. But I am a little bit, we know it's fake because we know who Giselle is, but I am here for her making, a more comfortable season than we're used to where it comes to her.
Definitely.
This is why it was very necessary to take Robin out. But I can't lie, if Robin is gone, I don't know why they didn't do the same for Ashley, because why is Ashley still here?
No, but
guys, I despise her.
No, I hate Ashley as well, but she's a great housewife though.
What? But Ashley is boring. She's had the same season 3 times.
Okay, no.
3 times over.
Girls, I don't like Ashley. I do not like her. I hate her. I think she's a messy, nasty piece of work. But I can separate the artist from the art.
Sorry.
Okay? And I can accept that Ashley's a foul person, but I want to be friends with her? Absolutely not. But is she a great messy housewife? Absolutely.
Like a necessary evil.
Does she instigate? Exactly. She's a necessary evil. Does she instigate shit? Absolutely.
Even the way she keeps dragging the fact that this is her second DUI in this season. Exactly.
That's exactly why she's a great housewife. That's exactly why she's great, because she does the things that we're all thinking secretly. Yeah. She actually puts it out there. Horrible, nasty piece of work.
But is that Jacqueline now? Like Jacqueline, I see that for this season.
Yeah, Jacqueline could be a potential Ashley.
I even think Kenya's like that.
Who?
Like Kenya. Like
Kenya's brilliant at that.
I know you like her.
I love Kenya
as well.
I don't know that I necessarily
she's
very good at that.
But she's an amazing housewife.
Yeah.
There's no housewives without her since she joined in season 5.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I do feel like the same for Ashley. Has she rinsed her whole divorce thing? Yes. Definitely. Does she need a fresh storyline? Yes. But
that's my thing. It's just get something else.
Yeah, she needs a new storyline, but she's necessary for Potomac.
And also with the Michael thing, it's kind of like, dude, you are dating other men. You still haven't divorced Michael. He's paying for your Uber Eats. He's giving you a credit card. Can we address why Michael is the biggest landowner in Somalia?
Is he?
Yeah.
That's a bit scary.
That's very scary.
Weird.
That's a white man.
Biggest landowner
in Somalia. Apparently, this is what someone said in one of the spaces last year.
That's very scary, yeah.
And you still haven't divorced him.
Huh.
But I don't believe they're secretly still together or anything. I think he.
I don't even know, because they don't give enough. I really don't know. I don't think they're still together either, because it's been a few years by this point. So I think if they were, they would just,
But he gives cold vibes. I wouldn't be surprised if he asked to watch.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I don't know. That whole
but he's bi, right? Was he?
I think he definitely likes men. Like from season 1, he's been grabbing men's asses.
Remember him helping with Juan as well.
Do you remember Juan? Oh my God, he loves him some Juan.
He loves him some Juan.
So yeah, he definitely is bisexual at least, but. I don't know, like there's something about Ashley that's just it's because for me, it's not even like I don't like her, but it's not even like I hate her as much as most Housewives watchers do. It's just like, what is really your purpose here? Like I get the mess, but how long can that go on for?
Do you remember she was the one that instigated that whole Osu thing? Is it Osu?
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Oh my God.
It was her.
It was getting involved and she
exactly.
And she even got it wrong, and she came back and she reported the wrong information.
Yes.
I forgot about that lady. I'm glad they got rid of her.
Necca, yeah. It reminded me,
yeah. I'm glad they got rid of her. But that was all Ashley's doing, which is awful.
I'm so sorry, but Necca is crazy for that. Yeah, like you're a Nigerian woman and you really allow these African American women to do all that.
Yeah, and also I knew from the moment she wasn't telling them how to pronounce her name.
She even told them they can say it anyhow.
Yeah, and it was the fact that not even just that it was the fact that another Nigerian woman, another Igbo Nigerian woman said the correct name, and you were like, oh, no.
It's okay.
Let them, what?
Like, stand up. Like, stand up.
I was like, oh, I don't know about this girl.
Exactly. Weird.
So yeah,
and
no.
she really wanted like the Green Eyed Bandits approval. I remember she came.
And
she
look how that
to,
ended.
I quote tweeted her. She replied to my tweet and was banging on about reverse colorism. I was like, shut up.
Oh,
Oh yeah, she was.
She was talking about that in, I think, was it an interview in the Shade Room? I think.
Yeah, it was the Shade Room interview.
She was going on about that, and I was like, I actually can't believe as a dark-skinned woman, you're actually saying this with conviction. Like, I was genuinely like, no, like, you need work. You have work to do because
sick.
Yeah.
That reverse colorism thing makes me so mad because you can acknowledge that. I guess lighter-skinned women are always looked at as, I don't know, like I don't even know what their point is. But
I didn't get
it's
the
not
point.
reverse
colorism. It wasn't reverse colorism. And also with her,
with their own name.
She's a lawyer. But
yeah, she is a lawyer, isn't she?
Right? Like you could just label it as prejudice.
It's
You're
basically
so pretty.
Basically their narrative is that because they're light skinned, they're looked at as you're going to be a colorist because you're light skinned. Like essentially, that is colorism in itself. The fact that stems from colorism.
Exactly.
So like you trying to be like saying they're victims on the receiving end of reverse colorism is bullshit because it's like that's no.
Also, guys, sorry, even like back to Wendy. Wendy's an AKA.
Yeah, she is. Yeah.
And AKA is kind of like I went to Howard Homecoming and I really liked their songs. It was quite sassy. It was quite bitchy.
You went to Howard Homecoming?
Yeah, but
that's so fun.
It's like historically a sorority tends to be light-skinned women. So the fact that it's like, and also when you look at the history of the paper bag test, all of that, they used to do that in sororities. So now, even with Wendy, I don't know if I'm surprised that she's trying to gag for like Giselle. I think Giselle might be an AKA.
This might be something she's used to doing. Yeah, she is. Yeah, same sorority. Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe this is something she's used to doing.
That's
really sad.
Taking for light skin approval. And I understand it. At the end of the day, it's a survival tactic, but like you're the Wendy. Like you don't need the approval of
Wendy
Giselle.
actually has what all of them want. That's what's crazy to me. Like you're beautiful, you are accomplished, you're intelligent, you have degrees, a husband, a good-looking husband, successful, good-looking husband, 3 kids. Like that's why Giselle was acting like that with her because she was like, oh my god, and she's dark skinned on top of that, and she has all of this. Right. Same attitude with Monique as well.
They don't
say how dare she come with her full houses and like, do you know what I mean? That's you could tell, and this is what was so annoying about the fact that they tried to put all of that on Candace because you labelled us as colorists. Now everyone is calling us colorists. No, people were pointing this out before because of the behaviour you were exhibiting. It wasn't anything to do with Candace actually. So
and also I feel like they kind of they think the viewers are thick.
Yeah, they do.
Like, hang on, who do you think's watching the show? Like, it's black women watching the show.
Exactly.
Yeah, and also, don't think it's all light-skinned black women watching the show. There are and also there were light-skinned and dark-skinned black women that can see the blatant colorism on the show.
Even a lot of light-skinned women were the ones that were calling out. And it. Like, the TikTok stories that I saw, like, because it was so flagrant. And a lot of light-skinned women were like, this is blatant. Like, it's clear as day what's happening here.
Yeah.
So bad.
And not even just Giselle. I remember when Wendy's first season came about and Ashley was having an argument with her and she called her like ferocious and like something like that. And I was like, whoa, like, what do you mean ferocious? Like every single woman on here hasn't had a fight with you in particular.
Right.
But now as soon as Wendy comes, all of a sudden she's this ferocious. Like, it's just, and what I really didn't like is that at least accept the fact that, you know what, me being a lighter skinned woman from Louisiana, maybe there's some type of behavior that I'm not realising.
Ashley's mixed race, so don't forget. Remember,
she is mixed race. Yeah.
Didn't open the door, innit?
That you know what? You know what?
It has a lot to do with everything. That's why she wanted Michael.
I'm not gonna like. I mean, Michael even like him being the age that he is, like it's definitely giving daddy issues.
Yeah, it was like he's old enough to be your dad.
Yeah, 100%.
And like an Australian man, like
you know what? Maybe I'll agree with you, Audrey. Ashley has definitely given in her heyday because the fact that she filmed that scene.
Exactly. And do you remember when she went and wrote a character reference
for Monique? Right? Was it for Monique? Yes,
she did. Yeah, they hated her for that. Oh my god!
Ashley has given in her time.
I wasn't actually mad at that though. I can't lie because I don't know. How do you look? Where do you stand on the whole Monique Candace thing? Because I personally think that Monique was very wrong.
I didn't like Candace sometimes.
I feel like I was
and Candace provoked her. I'm not trying to say that Monique wasn't responsible for her actions, but and this was more than once that she was begging Monique to drag her. You can't now be dragged and then cry like the victim.
The thing is, I don't remember. Actually, Potomac is one of the ones I need to go back and rewatch. I rewatched all of the Housewives, but I can't remember. All I know is that I didn't like Candace at the time.
I didn't either.
And I was Team Monique.
Yeah, same.
I like Monique. The Binder.
Oh my god,
that
was epic. I would love Monique to come back.
So would I.
I would love her to come back. She's not. No, she's not with Chris anymore.
Chris, that's it.
But that kind of makes
his
it
mum
even
was wild. I went back and watched it for earlier season.
Yeah.
His mum was wild. The way she was talking.
She was so rude. But to be fair, Chris
some...
at least stood on business because he didn't talk to his mum for a little bit after that.
Yeah, he did.
So I was glad to see that because usually men with their mums be, you know. So yeah, at least that was something. But yeah, I would love to see Monique back. But I do like these newbies though. How do you guys feel about the newbies?
Usually I don't take to new housewives. Sorry.
Yeah.
It takes me a minute. I always like the OGs, but it feels like they're going to be good. So who is an actual new housewife though? So the lady that owns the boutique, the Nigerian lady, is she a housewife or is she a friend of?
I think is she a friend of?
I don't know if she's a friend of.
I'm not sure actually. QVC
But
is a
guys, is there something
housewife.
wrong with her neck? Because she's like this.
She's very stiff in the neck.
Yeah, she's very stiff.
I'm sorry for what I
I was like, is there something wrong with her
Sarah
neck?
said, was she in the car with Karen?
I thought it was
She got
giving.
whiplash.
I was like, was she in the car with
No,
Karen?
I noticed that. So I thought it was just me as well. So when I saw you, I was like,
She's
okay,
like
so it's me. Because she like, I don't know what's up with that, but yeah. So,
That is hilarious.
and I've also noticed that a lot of people that give commentary, do reviews and stuff are very invested in her. So I wonder if she's kind of well known.
I don't know who she
in
is.
America, I've never heard of her.
I don't know either. Like when she says QVC, is that the shopping channel?
Yeah,
Okay, good.
yeah.
I was like, that's what I'm assuming that is.
I'll
Okay.
watch that.
I mean, we have it here, but I've never watched it.
I've never watched it
yeah.
either. It's on late at night, so it's for people that are just up at night
Just
with nothing
shopping.
to do. Yeah, shopping addicts
I feel like
basically.
all
BBC
this
stand
stuff.
for?
Quality. No, I'm making this up. But
Oh.
I have
quality
no idea.
value. I don't know.
Customer?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe.
I
Yeah,
tried
that
that.
sounds about right. Yeah.
I tried that, yeah.
Quality value.
But yeah, so you know, she seems nice. And it looks like, I think Karen was trying to be strategic and get two girls on that were going to back her.
And they don't happen to be light skinned.
Yeah.
Funny that.
Yeah.
Like, come on, like it was like. But also, Karen knew she was separated from her husband. Like that whole scene of her going, "Oh my God, you're."
Yeah,
really
they all
that
did.
girl."
Yeah.
Like it was like, come on.
Yeah.
But also, hang on, wait. Is the woman from the shop Nigerian?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure
She
the
was
woman
given-
with
I don't
the
know where
boutique
in
is
Africa she's
Nigerian.
from.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like when they introduced a fellow African or Nigerian, I'm just kind of like, what's going on here?
Yeah, I'm still traumatized.
Yeah, from neck up.
I was
right?
going to say, I wonder if, because you know, people were trying to say that Wendy obviously was trying to make an issue with Nneka because she was upset about the only other Nigerian. I honestly call BS with that because I feel like sometimes Americans really don't understand like certain things in our culture. It's not that serious. Like, I'm sure Wendy was not pressed. Like, I don't see why she would care about that, you know? So I wonder if that was also a ploy as to like introduce another Nigerian woman on the show and be like, hey, look, we can have two Nigerian women.
Like to cancel what you did before. Because
essentially.
the thing is, I don't think Bravo realised what they did with the OC storyline, the mum accusing Wendy's mum of witchcraft.
Yeah,
like you touched such a massive
so
cultural sensitivity that you should never have gone there.
And I was so upset because I really feel like they were displaying their ignorance and just
Xenophobia.
distasteful. Yeah. Because there's certain things that they will have no problem doing when it comes to Africans and Caribbeans, but they will never ever do with anybody else's culture.
Yeah.
And I was really like, I don't think anyone is deeping like, they're really spinning out a whole season where they are accusing Wendy's mum of being a witch.
Yeah,
that's crazy. That's crazy to me. So I think that it wasn't until the reunion, because you saw their energy was very different at the reunion where in comparison to the last season. So I think they've learned now and they're definitely going to try and clean up that mess with this new Nigerian lady and Wendy. So we'll see.
It was when they, and then they like, I feel like Wendy was, I don't know if she got whisperings of like the witchcraft rumors through other like housewives, and then it was like pictures of her doing her Holy Communion or whatever.
Yeah. Trying to clean it up. Oh, Jesus.
Oh my God.
And then do you remember when it was like Wendy's mum? I think she said like Holy Ghost fire or something.
I heard that even this episode, because she said that in this episode, and someone was like, oh, and I was like, that means the fire of the Holy Ghost.
Exactly,
like,
you
stop
guys
it.
calm down.
Yeah.
No, last season was like insufferable.
It was
A mess.
insufferable.
Like it was
I
so
don't know
bad.
how
I don't want to have another season.
Mia
like that.
carried last season.
Huh?
Mia.
Oh, thank you for reminding me, because I forgot. I was going to wrap up and I forgot about Mia. Mia. What do you guys... I'm so sorry. Because...
You know what? People are always at me in my tweet, because have you seen that video of Mia? It's basically Mia being like, I don't give a fuck what all you've got to say. And it's on some blog or whatever. It's like
is it?
all Mia stuff. But the first, like, they've got like a bunch of like, so it's basically Mia walking down the road, like a corridor, being like looking all fly, being like, and loads of tweets pop up.
What tweet pops
and my
up?
tweet popped up being like, I hate Mia. And it's like my tweet like on this video.
Oh,
And people
okay.
always send it to me. I'm like, I know, I've seen it. And it's like, I hate Mia so much with like my whole face, my whole everything.
Oh, that's so...
But
funny.
again, Mia, I think she's a great housewife.
Yes.
But
I
an
agree.
awful person.
Yeah.
So, but I don't need my housewives to be nice, because very few of them I feel like can be, apart from like a Nene or a Phaedra or whatever, can just be funny and
likable
and not have mad in Kenya and not have
okay.
Oh no, sorry, no, I was duped into that. I didn't mean to say that. Scrap that. Yeah, exactly, please. I did not mean to say that. Portia, that could be just like
Portia,
existing, but Mia, I don't think she's any of those things, but she's a great housewife because she delivers, and I don't think she cares about.
No, her level of shamelessness is astounding to me.
This whole paternity thing is wild.
Her storyline is whether or not your oldest is the
brazenly. I'm just like, sis, okay.
Like, how can that be your whole storyline?
I'm entertained, but this is.
It's wrong, right?
But the thing is, and it's all for camera because you could have done this in the off season.
But Gordon, can we address the elephant? Why is Gordon still here? Although I'm here for him as a viewer. Why is he still?
No, the question is why she's folding his drawers. That is the question.
Him and her are folding his drawers.
He's there filming on. Is he getting a check from Housewives?
I was going to say a lot of people think that they are all in cahoots together, the three of them, him, Ink, and Mia. Yeah.
I think that maybe they've been open the whole time.
Maybe, I guess they have been because Gordon gave her permission, right?
Yeah.
Which is why I can only have cap sympathy for him because I do feel sorry for him because it does seem like he's heartbroken. But at the same time, you knew, you gave your wife the permission to.
You knew what it was when you
knew what it was. You left your wife knowing what it was for this woman.
Yeah, so in a strip club. A steak, but they served steak, so it was a bit different. But it's
Gentleman's club.
Yeah. Gordon, you want fair? Go to a circus. Isn't that what he said?
Yeah, you want fair.
Go to
That
a
was
circus.
a bar. I can't
That was
lie.
a bar. He ate with that.
He ate with that.
That's the best thing Gordon's ever done.
Yeah, Cousins not like Gordon at all. I really thought he was a nasty, creepy guy. But
he is creepy. He's still a bit creepy, but yeah.
But then at the same time, I guess it was just mutually abusive, wasn't it, on both sides? Oh God, what
boy, Mia and Gordon and this Ink. I'm so sorry. I gagged when Karen called him DJ Applebox.
And it also, was it Karen that was like, have you noticed he always stands in the back?
He does. And then they actually put pictures up.
Because that's exactly what she's doing.
The editing is so dumb on that show. They're so damn messy. No one else edits like that show. No one.
You're right. Atlanta doesn't do that.
They don't do that messy editing.
Yeah.
At all.
Oh, that was so funny.
And he's there in the background like that.
Literally
she's right in the camera.
She's literally several feet behind him trying to look
It's insane.
I was like, I'm with Karen. Let your short king rest in peace. Come on now. Oh my God. But what did you think of the fact that they said she wasn't protecting her kids because of everything that's gone on with?
I kind of agree.
Yeah, it's true.
I agree too.
They're not far off.
It might have been harsh to hear, but it's true.
Yeah. And I think that I know I do think a housewife has a responsibility to give us the tea. That's what we signed up for. But I wouldn't have been mad if this one didn't make the cameras.
Yeah.
There was enough other storylines that they could have focused on. I think this is very sensitive, and because she has their faces on camera, it's not like they're in the background. So it's a bit much. That he's gonna have to deal with it not that far in the future as well. Maybe 5 years. Your dad didn't know who your mum didn't know who your dad was and all of that. So I think that's true.
And even if it is just a script storyline, right?
Yeah.
The fact that you're willing to use your child as a tool for reality TV just makes me feel so uncomfortable.
I know. It doesn't surprise me because Mia definitely gives the vibe that she'll do anything to stay on the show.
Yeah.
I love that for us, but
exactly. But
I hate it for her son.
Because she could have actually sorted this out off season and come into this new season okay, me and Gordon are separated now. This is my new boo, and just gone that route as opposed to making it messy and who's the father and
the paternity stuff is very tricky.
Yeah.
I think that's a bit too far.
I agree. Because even the kid is quite old as well. They're almost a teenager.
11.
And people in school are going to be come on. Exactly. And that's what I don't like. It's come on, you're not thinking about your child really. And that's why I kind of wasn't mad at, they were definitely deflecting off of Karen, but I wasn't mad at what they were saying because it's essentially true. You weren't really thinking about your child in the situation because he's probably not going to have the most comfortable year off the back of this. But boy, and also I don't think that baby is Ink's either, so it's a bit annoying. Why are we even doing this? It's not your child.
The son and daughter look like Gordon.
They look exactly like him. What is this? So that's why Gordon hasn't got time for it. He's just what?
Right. You can't be that pressed for reality TV that you're willing to put your son.
She is clearly.
That's sad, guys.
But it's mad because anyway, if I talk.
I'm so curious as to what you're gonna say.
What were you gonna say? What did you say?
I didn't really like some women can get away with that.
Oh yeah, facts, 100%.
I was thinking the same thing.
Like if it was Wendy,
I literally saw a review this morning saying you could tell Mia's not black the way you and I are black because we would never, we would never be on TV, about who the father is.
And no one's judging the fact that she's fucking him at the same time.
Yes.
We're all overlooking that. We're just all gagging to be the same.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Cool.
Wendy
no, if it was dark skinned woman, exactly. If it was Wendy or Candice, never.
Or any other dark skinned woman, no,
that could just overrun. Colorism is rife.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's so true.
But yeah.
But shout out to Real Housewives of Potomac. I think that we're gonna have a good season, to be honest.
I'm optimistic with this season.
Yeah, me too.
I feel like Giselle and Ashley need to retire their family.
What is that?
Oh my god!
DNA.
And they're still not apparently got a website that's up and running. So I'm like, it's giving She by Sheree.
Yeah.
That ain't it at all.